All right, welcome everybody to BenchMob. We just finished watching the Raptors games like 3 minutes ago. They ended up losing 106 to 98. Thoughts, guys? 'Cause everybody's pretty heated right now. Take your
That's for
turns,
sure.
guys.
I think the major thing for me was the fourth quarter. DeRozan did not show up as he should.
Yeah.
Every play was drive in, spin move, throw it up, and hope it goes in.
In the fourth?
In the fourth.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's pretty-
it
Step back three.
Yeah, step back three. I mean, he showed up 35 points, which is good. On
Okay.
like what 33% shooting, which is not where we need him to be.
No, nowhere near.
It was old school Toronto Raptors where there's no ball
Yep.
movement whatsoever.
Hmm.
They rushed it too.
What I didn't like was they just kept seeking out contact instead of making the right play. Just led to some really crappy turnovers, and they had 19 for the game against Washington's 13 turnovers. So it was not a pretty game overall.
Definitely not.
Yeah, as soon as he came into the game, I think that it kind of just fell apart. He was looking for the ISO.
Who's he?
DeMar DeRozan. I'm sorry. And then maybe this is like a biased opinion, but the officiating was not. It was pretty poor.
Yeah.
We were looking for contact though. I understand that like Lowry and DeMar was looking for contact instead of looking for a basket. But I think in my opinion at least, it was pretty poorly done.
A few phantom fouls on Yak, the box out. Even the
Yeah.
officiating on Beal, that last foul to
They
get
fouled
him
out.
out of
It's
the game
debatable.
was pretty soft.
Yeah.
So there was bad officiating on both sides.
Yeah. Sorry, still reeling. So just looking at the stats now, like I'm looking at everything. Bench wise, our bench played a little bit better than their bench, but nothing spectacular. I'm just gonna go over people's X factors. So CJ Miles, he's 1 for 4, 25%, 0 for 3 from 3 point, which is what he's known for and what we brought him for. Guy, you have any comments on that? On your X factor to the series?
He had a lot of good looks, just didn't drain them.
Hmm.
You need to make those shots, especially on the road, especially in the playoffs, especially when your team is down by 6 points.
Yeah. And with JV, he had hit 15 minutes only. We didn't see him at all in the fourth quarter. He had 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 for 6 for field goal, and 3 for 3 from free throws. So, I don't know, Ryan, Dennis, either one of you, both of you.
I'm
that
not
was
sure why
yours.
he's not in the fourth quarter.
I agree.
I really don't
Why?
know.
What I think the reason why is because Jakob has better foot speed, which definitely helps with John Wall.
Correct.
But what's your argument for putting Jonas in then?
Well, it takes a lot of pressure off of Kyle and DeMar.
The
Offensively.
inside presence.
Offensively, plus rebound if they do that jump shots that they always take.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts.
I think if the Wizards are going to keep Gortat in, Casey needs to put JV in. It's just we're getting hammered down low. I think JV's better at defending the two-man game than
Than
Yak.
Yeah, it's really debatable. Like, plus Yak is pretty young. He's still pretty new to the playoff scene. Kyle
That's
Lowry, yeah, like a lot of these guys are like new to playoffs, like being a significant player in the playoffs. So yeah, my X factor, Kyle Lowry, geez, 7 for 15 for field goal, and that's not bad. 4 for 6 from 3, that's really good. He had 19 points, but he played. So the alarming thing is Lowry and DeRozan both played 38 minutes. And obviously we saw DeRozan at the end not play to the best of his abilities. Do we need Fred back?
Oh, on that note too,
Ooh.
we have OG went down.
OG went down too, but we'll talk about that in a sec.
Yes.
So I think I brought up the stat before in the season. Fred had the most fourth quarter minutes within all the Raptors. We spoke about bringing him back. Do you guys have different opinions now? Are you guys still the same?
I definitely have a different opinion. I said that if we win tonight, then we can sit him out for the rest of the series. This going 2-2 back to Toronto, I think we definitely need.
We need him back.
Yeah.
We do.
We need him back.
Need him back, Dennis?
Couple more playmaking, and especially in the fourth, we need him.
Especially when DeRozan just breaks up a step back three.
Mm-hmm.
I think Fred
Oh,
set him up nicely to shoot his shot and not force anything is going to be key.
Yeah, I think his playmaking and just his like calmness. It seemed like they were a little frantic at the end.
They
Like
were.
they were a
They
little.
rushed everything.
They rushed everything. They're just trying to force everything. Like kind of like the old school Raptors.
Welcome back.
It was fun while it lasted.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised because Fred is pretty young and doesn't have that much experience compared to them. I don't know why they're panicking.
Yeah. So our question to you guys who are listening: what do you think what's going to happen in Game 5 in terms of DeMar DeRozan? Do you think he's going to play like he did today, kind of reminiscent of how he used to play back in the playoffs, or is he going to go back to like sharing the ball, moving the ball around, which is what kind of got us to where like first seed in the East this year? What do you guys think? Well, that's a question for you guys, the viewers, but thoughts, you guys here?
I think we're all in the same boat that we want the right DeMar DeRozan to show up.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what Michael said is correct. I mean, we need DeRozan, right? He's our all-star.
But we need him to play like the right way.
The right way. We
Right?
need
That's
him
what you're trying to say,
efficiently.
right? Yeah.
And taking the other side of it, the Wizards, they're really
Yeah.
confident right now.
Yeah, we
Seeing the game after how they won it, even Beal after fouling out, they're pretty confident after the game finished. So the momentum's on their side. Let's see what happens the rest of the series.
All right, so thanks for listening again. We're BenchMob. Follow us on Instagram, at benchmob.6. And we'll be talking about the other playoff brackets and things that happened right after this. So see you in a bit.
Should be 16 a bit.